Hello everybody, it's Donna. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. This video is actually going to be kind of a little bit disjointed. It is my first junk journal video, and I do hope you continue watching to the end. Thanks for watching. Hello everybody, it's Donna. Today is going to be day 1 of my junk journal journey. I'm also considering it day 15 of the 31 days craft challenge that I haven't completed yet for January. This is my very first junk journal. I've been saving up items all last summer to so I can make a few junk journals, and this was my first one. This was a Reader's Digest condensed book. Just going to get one to show you one. This is what it kind of looked like before I took it apart. It's smaller, and that's why I decided to go with that. I also like some of the books have this part is different, so I wanted to actually keep this as the journal cover. So this is the actual original journal cover of this particular book, and it had birds on it, so I wanted to keep the theme of birds throughout. I am going to insert a little clip that shows me taking the inside of the books done. I didn't actually videotape everything because it was pointless. I really had no idea what I was going to be doing or what I was doing, but it did show taking it apart, and when I took the spine or the book part pieces, the guts of the book out, the spine actually completely fell apart, so I had to glue it together and reinforce it and all that kind of stuff. But this is not finished. This is with the signature sewn in. I have not decorated everything yet because I think that would take me longer, and I will be working on it this week, and then maybe give a final flip through. Obviously I'm not selling it. This is my first one, so I will be keeping this for myself. That's the spine. I did do it so you could see the signature sewn in. I did accidentally put in a eyelet on the wrong end because I wanted to attach a dangle to it. I haven't attached this yet. I have made it with one of the ribbon crimps. I want it to be removable. I don't want it to be permanently there because I want you to either be able to move it out of the way or to just detach it if I was to write in the book. These were all ribbons that we mostly got at a dollar store up in Lindsay, Ontario, that had bags of them for $2 each. I wish I'd actually got more, because all I really need is little samples. I don't need like 10 meters of the same thing to do it. So that was kind of cool. So I covered the front with a little bit of fabric. I did it the way I've seen other people do it, with heat and bond on the outside, and then I ironed it onto a piece of tissue paper. That makes it really stable. It makes it so you don't see that, like, there was brown underneath here. Now you can't see that. Attach some lace with some fabric glue. And then I put a little golden bird down in the corner. These were stickers that we also got at that store. I wasn't going to use them because they are kind of just not suitable for the book, but I wanted to use what I had, and I just wanted to see how things were going to look. This is a printable, a digital that I purchased. I probably will change this because I want one that looks more like a book plate. Okay, so it does have 3 signatures in it. On the inside, I attached it using the same method, some fabric. And then for the spine, I took a template. I made a template from where I need the holes to go for both the dangle and for the signatures themselves. And then I covered it here. This is just a tag that I was fooling around with a few weeks ago. That was just to show that that's what that is. I'm not going to keep that one there. I'm going to probably make another one. This was a pocket. This was a digital that I used and printed it out on cardstock to make a pocket, and attached some old book or music paper. This is an old. I think it's a hymn. I don't know. The book was falling apart, but it has absolutely gorgeous papers in it. So I just cut down a piece or tore a piece and inked it up. With this, I used distress ink. I used Vintage Photo. Attached a bird. This was a digital that I fussy cut out, and same with the words. They were all digitals. I will try to remember to put the links in the description below, and just an ordinary postage stamp. The rest of these types of bird images were a digital. They were meant for a bigger book, so I actually ended up losing some of the border around. I also didn't know how to resize them, or even if I could, but it's fine. It worked out just fine. Now, this is part of the digital, a doily that I inked up and then attached a word and another stamp to. These, I actually have another video coming out where I showed how I make these little medallions. I made a whole bunch of them, but the only one I made actually had a bird on it was this one. So I attached that right there. I printed some of the digitals onto a cream paper so that I would just have cream on the other side and I could decorate it however I wanted. I wanted spots for journaling more so than just a lot of decorations. I do want spots for journaling, so I am going to include some pockets in that. I just haven't made any up. This is normal music paper. Another bit of the digital plus the elements that I printed off. This is a little pocket that will, I don't know if I have anything left really that would fit in there, but it's just a little, like a little pocket for another journaling card or something like that. One of the birds that I printed off. This is actually I think from a visitor's book, an old visitor's book. Kind of cool because it's green. Some little stickers that I had. I actually bought these too as well at that store, but they were kind of clear, so I kind of like them. Another one there. This is from the digital that I cut out, and then because I wanted to be able to remove it, so I used what are they called? Brads. I used a brad so you can remove it, and then you could write on the back of it for extra journaling space. For that little writing part there, and throughout the book I used just a piece of corrugated cardboard where I ripped the top part off, and I used, I believe, crumb cake for the lines. That kept it really kind of vintagey looking without, drawing actual lines on or anything like that. Another printable that I cut out. This is I don't know what you would call it, but it's just a square that I folded in half for additional journaling space. Plus it adds a cute little element there. And another stamp, and then the digitals. Not all the pages are decorated yet, as you can tell. It would take a long time. And plus I need to build up a stash of things to put in here. Okay, and that's the end of the first signature, and this is the start of the second signature. I did put 3 in. There is lots of space in the book to put more things in. This is a Stampin' Up stamp with, I think it's called just handwritten or something like that. Yep, handwritten that I used just to stamp on something on there. Another one of those little things with the lines on the back of it. This is a retired Stampin' Up stamp with the humming, I think it's called Humming Along right there. I'm not coloring them in, well, at least not with stamping blends, because the alcohol markers would bleed. Another stamp from Stampin' Up, Free as a Bird. That was that one. This one I think came from Fanciful Fragrance. I think it's that one right there. I did some of the stamping with that corrugated cardboard there. This is a piece of tea-dyed paper that I did. I can't remember how I got that, but I think that's actually one of our reinkers that I added to the water. Or maybe I'm not sure how I did that, but I believe it was our Rococo Rose actually, reinker, because I only had a few of them. A little bit more of that music paper with the bird cut out on top. That's the other half. I don't know what I will put on this page. I do want to leave it more for journaling. All the signatures had the same amount of papers in them. The middle signature, I didn't have enough of the digitals to finish it off, so that's why I used that piece of tea dyed in there, and that's the only piece of tea dyed I actually had like that. Okay, and that's the end of that one. This signature, I found out a few things when I was making this book. This one I didn't put tight enough, so it's moving around, so it's not really even. I'll probably just remove it and do it over again. Getting the doily with the stamp and the word. There is lots and lots of room for embellishments, lots of room for writing. As I want to add more pockets and more envelopes maybe. I would like things hanging out at the top. Maybe some embellished paper clips or something like that. Another one of those. And on the other side I use that to stamp the corrugated cardboard to stamp. And then a couple little, one of the digitals, and then a little postage stamp. And that's pretty much all I did on this book for embellishing. But as you can see, there's lots of room to embellish more. And lots of room for writing, lots of room to add. This one I still haven't even, I put this in before I realized I should have inked it up. But as long as I put in a piece of paper.
Okay, so I'm back. This is what the original book looked like before I took it apart. As you can tell, that's why I wanted to preserve the front, but the spine I could cover up without a problem because I didn't like the plain brown. I'm using an X-Acto knife just to recut the, I guess it's book binding cloth that's in there away from the rest of the book so I can remove the guts of the book. You will see the book, the cover of the book just kind of fell apart there. And I'm just going to trim away some of the extra pieces. The book pages I'm actually going to use for something else. There are some images in there that I could keep for other journals or even for this journal. I'm just going to try to glue the book back together while keeping some of the integrity of the book. I was thinking I could just tape it first, but it didn't work, so I used some glue first, and then I'm going to use, I don't know, it's some kind of tape that I found in hanging around. I think it's some kind of medical tape. I used that first to after I used the glue. I used that first to reinforce the joins, I guess, and then I used not that masking tape. I used the green masking tape because it was wider that I had available to reinforce the entire spine on the front and the back. This tape that I'm using isn't really super sticky, but it was really sturdy and hard to cut, so I figured it would stand up to a lot. And I figured after this and after using the green masking tape, or painter's tape I guess that might be, it's just what I had around the house. I know some people use Tyvek and all those other like plastic type things, but this is what I had, so this is what I went with. Okay, so that's what it looks like after I've done it. Now I'm trying to just simply make a template up of the spine so that I know where to punch the holes for my signatures. So I'm just using a piece of cardstock to just pencil in where I need the beginning and the end of the template to be. And then I found the easiest way. I know the first hole was going to be about an inch down on either side. So up an inch and down an inch because I needed 3 sets of holes horizontally and 3 sets of holes vertically. So what I did, I simply just used my scoreboard to find the middle, folded it in half, found the middle of the other section, folded it in half, scored it at the 1 inch from top and bottom, and then where they intersected, simply put dots in them so that I knew. And I also just folded the whole sheet in half to find the middle piece. Hope that made sense, because I know I'm not showing it. When I actually get a little bit better, I'll probably do a better demonstration. I know a lot of people just measure or eyeball it. This way I just found it easier to just use my scoreboard to find the middle, fold it, find the 1 inch down from either end and fold it, and then find the halfway point between the far edge and the middle and fold that on both sides, and then put dots where the intersection will be. Okay, so that's all the filming I did of this junk journal. There's a picture of how it turned out. I temporarily attached the dangle because I really did like that. As usual, there's my host code for February. Please remember, this is what I consider my retirement fund. So any and all orders are appreciated. Any orders over $50 will receive a free gift from me. Please remember, though, if your order is over $200, that to not use that host code because you will actually earn your own stamping rewards. Thanks for watching this video. Please like, comment, and subscribe, and we will catch you next time. Thanks for watching.